Hey y'all, it's Lori here, coming back for another Wellness Wednesday from my same blue chair that doesn't match my living room. I love these chairs and I bought them, and I have really good intentions of redoing my house, except I have two big reasons that I haven't, and that is Saint and Stella. So for those of you that know me, I have two golden doodles that are not quite ready for new decorations. They are better though. They've made the 1 year mark and they're doing a lot better. So I wanted to come on here today and talk to you about something real quick, a cool app you can use for some health hacks when you're out and about and you're trying to, you're tired of reading labels, and we're not chemists and we're not, in a lab all day, and it can get really confusing and overwhelming. So if you've been following Y'all Be Well for years or been part of our yoga classes, y'all know I talk a lot about detoxifying the body and sweating and working out and detox cleanses and all these different things we do to detox. But what can we do on the front end to prevent, to where we don't have to need so much detoxifying? And that's hard, because if you breathe air, there's toxins out there. We can't live in a bubble. We can't be fearful. We can't prevent everything, but we can try to stack the odds in our favor, okay? So I will be the first to tell you that I do not do everything perfectly. My favorite food on the planet is Louisiana bulled crawfish, and they're bottom feeders. So there's no telling what I get from that. But I think that's a hill I'm willing to die on. I'll pick my battles, and crawfish I'm going to keep eating. But where you can, you want to make good changes. So I don't know if you realize this, but the United States has not had federal regulations of chemicals that go into personal care products since the 1930s. And we have introduced thousands of new chemicals to our products that we use, our household products, our laundry detergents, our cleaning products, our skincare, our makeup, and all those things. So I read that the average woman is exposed to 168 chemicals every morning before she ever leaves her house. From the shower, shampoo, soap, skincare, moisturizer, sunscreen, makeup, hairspray, perfume, all the things we use. And you may think, does it really matter? But it does matter. It does matter. Those things build up. Some of the ingredients that we're using have heavy metals. Some have, parabens. These are all things that over time, and we hope to live a long time, and over time, they can really create havoc in the body. They can alter your thyroid, and if you've ever had any issues with your thyroid, that's not a fun place to be. Parabens, for example, mimic hormones. They can throw your hormones out of whack. I read recently that the male sperm count is at an all-time low, and women are having harder times conceiving. And there are environmental toxins that play a role in that. I'm not saying that's the sole cause of everything, but that definitely can play a role. There's research out there that backs that up. So what do? It's overwhelming, right? So one of the things you can do is there's an app, and it's put out by the Environmental Working Group. I don't love the app. I love the website, but you can do both. The app, if you just type in Environmental Working Group, it pops up, and it'll say Environmental Working Group Healthy something. It's a green app. And like if you're in a store and you can type the brand in, and sometimes it'll pop up. If it's a brand that doesn't pop up, you can scan the barcode. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But you can type in the ingredients as well. And it scores you on like a 1 to a 10, I believe, is the range. The higher, the more toxic. And I try to keep things a 3 or below. If it's a 3 or below, I pretty much say I can deal with it. Because we know that, unless you're just eating twigs and drinking water out of a leaf, you're going to be exposed to some toxins. Things that we use, some things have to have preservatives to keep from, going bad on us. So we're not going to be able to prevent everything. But I like that as a guide to look at keeping my numbers lower. Years ago, my son had a lot of allergies, and I met with his doctor, and she had suggested that I look at things I was using in my house, cleaning my house with. And I was like, it's overwhelming. Where do I begin? And she said, begin with one ingredient. Just pick one ingredient and eliminate that first. And then you just slowly start transitioning, because it can be very expensive to just go overhaul everything and put in all organic ingredients. And what does organic even really mean? There's really no real good regulation on the term. I mean, some brands are called organic, and then they have ingredients that are really high on the toxicity score. So she said, just look at ingredients and take one thing out at a time. The first thing we did was sodium lauryl sulfates. The next thing was parabens, and just gently started replacing things that I grew up using and my parents grew up using. And, well, not my grandparents, because they used probably vinegar and apple cider. And just slowly start replacing those. So that's what I did. A few of the big ones that you want to stay away from, and I'm not going to get real technical here, because you can go type anything you're worried about into this website and it'll tell you. But things such as parabens, phthalates, hydroquinone is like a mercury derivative. You see that in a lot of skin brightening serums. Coal tar, and it's probably not going to be listed as coal tar. It's going to say something else, like a big fancy word. Heavy metals, formaldehyde, things that oxybenzone in a lot of your sunscreens, things that you would think shouldn't, do they even use that anymore? They do. I mean, aluminum is still in a lot of stuff. That's why we're looking for aluminum-free deodorants. It's a known neurotoxin, and we know that the skin absorbs things. That's why we use topical medications, okay? Because it works and it absorbs into the skin. So all these lotions we're rubbing on us and all the products we're using, I'm not saying using it one time is gonna, create a problem, but over time, it definitely builds up. So, download the app. I like the website the best, but if I'm out and about and I'm in a hurry, I can use the app. And I just want to tell you a few quick things you can do on the prevention side. I know I talk a lot about the detox side. So, for say your household cleaning products, your laundry detergents, things like that, a lot of people make their own. I'm not that creative. I've been using 7th generation for a while. And look, I'm open to changing my mind. If you have a better one, I'm here for it. You're not going to have all those fragrances, because fragrances, I mean, what does that even mean? What's in there? So it's not going to smell as good. So I'll just put some essential oil in there if I can, or, you do what you can do. Now, I will tell you that I do make an exception for, like, my sweaty yoga towels, the towels I clean the dogs with. I'm going to give those something a little stronger. Because it needs it. But like our bed linens, our sheets we're going to be sleeping on all night, our undergarments, all those things, bras, whatever. I'm not going to use any of that stuff on those type products that are going to be next to our skin for long periods of time. Your hair products, of course, y'all know I like Monate. We have a new skincare line. I've just started using that. It's new. So far, I like it. I'll use it a while and give you my honest opinion. It's got good clinical reviews. The ingredients are great. It feels good. The problem in the past was companies have started to come on board, but the products didn't really work, so nobody wanted to use them. But that's changing. There are a lot of great companies out there, and the reason why is because of you. We vote with our dollars. So when the consumer is demanding cleaner products, even the big companies that are toxic, they have to start meeting our needs. And so we have really kind of helped transform this, and there's still a lot of work to be done. But things now are getting better. They're improving. There are more natural ingredients that actually work. Let's see. For sunscreen, I like Beauty Counter. Beauty Counter's doing great things in the world. Really a lot of lobbying and trying to get policy change and more just these chemical ingredients regulated. We're putting them on our babies. We just need to be more cognizant of what we're using. My makeup right now, I'm loving Fleur de Vie. Fleur de Vie is a local company. So like if you want to look at their ingredients and they're not going to be in the environmental working group, you just type in the ingredients. So I haven't found anything there higher than a 3. So like I said, a 1 to 3 range is kind of what I look for. The lower the better. water filters in your home. Right now I'm using a Berkey. I wish I had one, like a big one for my whole house, like coming into the showers and all that. That's on my to-do list. That's a goal. Air filtration systems. Hey Jill, I see Jill's on here. Southern Air has some air filtration systems. Y'all may know of some others that just kind of help purify the air. Something simple and cheap you can do is plants. You know, philodendrons, that's one of the plants that really help purify the air and pull toxins from the air. Of course, our foods that we're eating. You know, foods are a big deal because we all eat and we eat every day. And so we do get a lot of toxins from our foods. So these are just little changes that you can make without just completely overwhelming yourself. I think one of the big things is that I don't want you to be fearful. I think being fearful of every little thing is worse than even just not even caring about it, because being fearful of something, I just feel like it brings, you know, more of that. So I would just say, just be aware, be educated, use the little app, use the website to help you, and just make healthier choices. And don't worry about living in a bubble. I'm gonna have crawfish and beer sometimes. You know, it's how it is. I'm gonna enjoy my life. I'm just gonna try to stack the odds in my favor just a little more. So anyway, I hope this helps y'all for Wellness Wednesday, and have a good day. You're welcome. Yeah, lots of great local people with great products. So I always like supporting that. And if you have favorites, feel free to drop them below. Y'all be well. Bye-bye.